good to go. Nishimura is going to be hoping for a better start.
19 on the grid. Red lights are on. Keep an eye on the man in blue on the left-hand side. Syahrin has got off to a steady start. He's trying to get prime position. This time he goes into the lead, and Syahrin safely negotiates turn number 1, and Abe goes alongside him. There were problems behind. Couple have to stand up, but it's much smoother for Syahrin Abdullah of JDT.
Yeah, yesterday's race winner. Keito Abe moves into second. And who's that slotting into third there?
It's the green helmet, isn't it, of 230 of Nishimura.
Yeah, rotten start yesterday. He's currently third. He won here last year, as we've said.
Well, by this time in the race yesterday, we'd had several gasps of excitement. This time, it's thankfully for Syahrin a lot smoother, as Chip Nakarin just moves on the inside of Sho Nishimura as they start to come up the hill. These big bikes will just eat up the tarmac. And as you say, that the hard front tyre will be seriously examined, or the front tyre will be examined when they come down the hill at the end of turn 10.
The riders behind, knowing the danger posed by Syahrin, getting away at the front. Oh, and here we have
coming
the first
up.
crash.
Oh, it's 20. It's Azroy Hakim Anwar, it's the championship leader, who is out. Azroy Hakim Anwar drops out. And it's Apiwat Wongtananon who's gone with him. Azroy is desperately trying to start and beats the tank with frustration.
So, almost as surprising as Hafiz's mishap yesterday is the exit of championship leader. He had a 10-point lead. Hafiz was just slipping away.
Here it is, they're coming in just at the tail end of that shot.
We didn't see what happened there. It could have been contact, perhaps. Yeah, looks like Apiwat might have hit him from behind.
I can tell you that certainly Azroy Hakim was not happy. In the meantime, let's follow things up. Syahrin, he's certainly more impressed, because he's got himself a healthy lead. He's got himself 0.6 of a second lead. Behind them, yeah, Abe is chasing. Chip Nakarin is in there. Nishimura and Zakwan Zaidi also battling for P3. There is Zakwan. So reliable, so consistent.
Yeah, and he's got his confidence back to Zakwan, so you can expect to see him challenging all the way through this season. Here he is in fifth. Goodness, there's some quality in this field. Sho Nishimura just ahead of Zakwan in fourth. Pushed back off the podium position.
Syahrin, though, he was 0.6 of a second the lead at the end of the first lap. He hasn't been able to shake off Abe, and I'd be amazed if he is able to. Behind them, Nishimura. That's the battle for P4, just ahead of Zakwan.
Much longer race we saw. Responsible, Azroy exiting stage right.
It's absolutely the adjective. The lead is 0.5 seconds for Syahrin Abdullah of JDT Racing Team. Under investigation, the incident between bikes numbers 20 and 24. But both are out. All we can possibly have is some kind of responsibility held over for future races, but it doesn't help. Azroy is back out on the circuit, would you believe?
He was desperate to try and get back out, wasn't he, when he came off? So, yeah.
That's on our timing screen. We'll just wait to see if we can get some vision of that. In the meantime, up at the front, Hafiz leads by 0.6 of a second. Chip Nakarin is another 0.8 of a second down on Abe, as that's good work from Zakwan Zaidi. Slides in front of Nishimura.
Yeah, lovely clean move on the fast flowing section of the circuit. As you lose time if you stand somebody up. And braking for one of the slow turns. Keito Abe doing a good job here.
Azroy Hakimamwa has just gone in front of our commentary position over the start-finish line, so he will be looking to pick up some kind of points tally. Joe Francis, Akito Haga will be the ones that he's hoping to catch up, but he's only got 11 laps to do it. In the meantime, Nishimura, the green helmet, at one stage was chasing P2, has now been dumped down to P5. Abe is closing in on the back of Hafiz Syahrin. The Ducati, hard work on this, it's a heavy bike, it's got a lot of grunt.
Yeah, this is really interesting too, because yesterday, when Keito was talking to Daniel, he said the bike was very slippery, but we also saw how well he managed it. So as this race goes on, and we're not very far into this race, that could be a factor as well.
He's lost 0.2 of a second on that last lap to Keito Abe, SDG Hard Pro Honda Philippines racer. Picked up podiums in 3 of the last 4 races, hasn't been outside the top 5, so his consistency is good, and he's just closing in on the back of Hafiz.
6th place is Aslan Shah. Just going to watch. He's currently about 7/10 behind Sho Nishimura, who's been slipping back slowly during this race. Syahrin hanging on grimly in 3rd. He's determined not to let the 2 riders in front of him get away as well.
That's a great observation. Chip Nakarin has closed that gap into Abe, who's closed the gap definitely right onto the back wheel of Hafiz. You're wondering if Hafiz is just trying to conserve tyres.
Probably is.
He's speeding down this hill. Last lap was a 1:51.1 for Hafiz.
Really good pressure from Keito Abe.
With Hafiz, he does have experience. He has had 1 or 2 problems just taming this Ducati. And Abe just had a little look, and Chip Nakarin's not too far away. It's less than 0.3 of a second between Abe and Hafiz. Nakarin 0.8 further down. Zakwan a further second down on them.
Nakarin looking determined. Zakwan looking solid.
Azroy Hakim made up 30 seconds on Joe. So although he's in 17th place, the championship leader, he's looking to just claw some kind of reward from this weekend. In the meantime, the man in P3, Chip Nakarin. But Abe is closing right up onto Hafiz.
Shows him a wheel there. If he didn't know it before, he certainly knows that Abe is onto him now. Nakarin watching behind, looking for his opportunity to get on terms. Might as well let this happen just in front of him. He's too far back to do anything about it right now. Might, if these two hold themselves up, Nakarin might get closer.
Good acceleration out of that final turn from Hafiz Syahrin. Maybe going up the hill is where Abe has the real advantage. Ducati renowned for its grunt power. Once again, Abe is able to close very, very close. He was 0.3 down at the end of the previous lap. That has closed into 0.2. Look at this, tells you that it's even closer than that, but Hafiz has got the straight line speed and is able to accelerate away and keep that 0.2 lead. And Nakarin not being able to really make any headway. Slight little wobble from Abe, but he is putting the pressure on Hafiz Syahrin. He's asking questions of the experienced Malaysian.
Pace at the front. is just a bit too hot for Nakarin in third. Nakarin needs to think about his former Honda Asia Dream Racing teammate Zakwan behind him. Busy rider Nakarin too. Also filling in Moto 2 for an injured rider.
Abe this time goes through on the inside. Hafiz tried to look at the switchback, but Hafiz has lost the lead to Keito Abe. And the Japanese is looking for a win double here. And he's been putting on the pressure for the last 2 laps to Hafiz Syahrin.
It's a really clean move. Neither of them lost any speed. Beautifully judged by Keito Abe. Now let's see what he can do. Let's see what pace he's got. Now he's got clear air in front of him.
And this is where he was able to... Going up the hill is where his real strength is, and he can't be caught coming down the hill. Consolation for Hafiz is there's still nearly 2/3 of the race to go. But he's losing ground on Abe. And Chip Nakarin, rather disconcertingly for the Ducati racer, he's closing in on the back. And Nakarin, the tie for Honda Racing Thailand, is closer this time. He's within 0.6 of a second. It was nearly 0.9 of a second at the end of the previous lap. Race on.
Race very much on. Hafiz determined not to let Keito Abe get away. Keito Abe determined to get away. Nakarin determined to get on terms. Zakwan 1 second down now. And the rider in P3, Chip Nakarin. Nishimura hanging on well to Zakwan. Aslan Shah, who looked like he might be getting on terms with Sho Nishimura in P5, slipping back now.
Azroy Hakim's Anwar's race is over, he's in the pits.
So another twist in the story of this championship.
In the meantime, Keito Abe looks like he's being able to pull away from Hafiz Syahrin. Nakarin is closing in, Nishimura behind them, Zakwan behind them.
Faster than Hafiz last time around.
This is where Hafiz Syahrin, if he can stay close, might still be able to get really on the tail end of Keito Abe and put Abe under the kind of pressure that Abe put Hafiz under, which is exactly what he's trying to do. Coming around the left, left, right. 12, 13, 14, then into the long straight. They accelerate down. Hafiz in wild pursuit of Keito Abe. No changes in the top 5 at the end of that lap. 6 laps to go.
Sho Nishimura has got ahead of Zakwan. See just behind.
Fascinating shot on the wall there just a moment ago of the JDT pit crew looking up despairingly at the monitors around this fabulous mobility resort Motegi Arena.
This really is a must-win race for Hafiz. He's currently second. He's had 2 previous P2s this season.
Again, coming up the hill. Abe's just able to, well, at least hold on to the same lead that he had. It does look like Hafiz is having to work harder. Anchors down over the handlebars, gets as low as he can, gets the knee down. We'll try to get a drive out up the brow of the hill. Over the crest and down into this long straight, this 750-meter straight.
Just look on the brakes. There's not much that Hafiz is able to do on the brakes on the downhill. There's a faller there. Lost most of his bodywork, so he can't see what it is. It's a mess.
That is a mess. Hopefully, the riders got out safely. Wadaruka on the Aprilia is the man who's going to need a serious amount of body work.
Yeah. Take a bit of polishing out that one. This is a really interesting battle here. Keito not able to get away. Is not able to get quite close enough to counter-attack.
Just a little bit further behind, Nishimura's got himself ahead of Zakwan Zaidi. Zakwan down into P5. Aslan Sharp not being able to get closer. I'm assuming that's the Aprilia.
Aprilia being manhandled out. Ooh, look at that crash. Oof.
Well, that explains why the bodywork.
That's how you destroy an Aprilia RSV4. But the good news is that Wadaruka was well clear of that mechanical mayhem.
This is fascinating. Chip Nakarin has just put in his fastest lap. 1:58.25. Which is the fastest lap of the race. It was 2 laps ago. So he's making a move.
Yeah.
Or is he? Or is he?
Well, very much a championship contender, so he's going to do... You always know you're going to get the maximum from Nakarin and Joe Francis.
It's Ito, I think.
Oh, sorry, Ito.
Yeah.
On that. Oh, he's messed up. That's my favourite looking bike of the weekend. And he's just messed it all up.
As they come through. Still Ito. Sorry, Abe leads Hafiz Syahrin. 0.2 of a second. This is looking encouraging for Hafiz Syahrin Abdullah. Ito has not been able to pull away. And also Chip Nakarin has not been able to get any closer. He's 1.5 seconds down. Hafiz has just put in a very fast sector 3. Further down, Nakarin 3, Nishimura 4. Zakwan 5, Shota Ite 6, Aslan 7. Lachlan Epis, glad to say he's still on the bike in P8.
Much better for the Australian. And you have to wonder whether a plan is being hatched aboard that Panagali of JDT Racing Team.
This is the problem, isn't it? As they come up the hill, he always seems to lose. Gets close on the long straight, but once they go up the hill, that's where he seems to have the problems. Maybe just the drive out.
Yeah, the Hondas are so well sorted, so much data, especially for this Japanese team, SDG Hart Pro.
Once again, as they come down the hill, don't think Hafiz is close enough, but he's close enough to worry Keito Abe.
You can see Keito Abe absolutely focused. Getting to the championship rounds now. 3 laps to go after they complete this one.
Slow burn this one.
0.2 last time.
0.2 this time.
Exactly the same, 0.207.
And the same lead over Nakarin as well, 1.5 seconds. Now matching each other lap for lap. We get to 1.38 at one stage. So that tells you that Hafiz Syahrin is in the ballpark. But without Barry Russell ever really being in a position where he's been able to challenge to overtake if he wants to at this stage.
Yeah, that's right. Keito Abe has just kept up the pace. He hasn't been riding defensively. He's just ridden his own race. He's staying focused, getting his lap times in. If we see the lap times, I don't want to look at the timing screen for too long, but I think they've been pretty consistent for Keito Abe.
Yep.
Doing an absolutely brilliant job there.
High 150s, low 151s. He's just posted a fast opening sector, a sector 2. the hill behind them, Nishimura and Nakarin, 4 and 3 respectively.
Show's going to want an appearance on the podium. Nakarin wants as many points as he can get for his championship chances. Keito Abe, as things stand, coming closer and closer to championship contention. The leader at the start of this race, of course, Azroy Hakim Anwar, is out.
Yep, when we come to December the 7th, and it gets all decided in Buriram, what happens in the next 2 laps could well have a big say on the championship. That lead of 2.2 seconds, well, it's gone up by 0.05 of a second.
Oh, and Sho Nishimura's got ahead of Nakarin.
Well, Sho Nishimura into P3, and that again has an impact on the championship standings because Nakarin is 3rd.
So yeah, that is like having his pocket picked, really, by Sho Nishimura in championship terms. We always knew Sho Nishimura, winner of race 1 last year, was capable of taking away points from the championship contenders. So this is good for the 2 riders at the front, both of them benefit from that. And of course, from Azroy's exit. Twitch there from Keito Abe. Things will be getting slippery out there.
Well, they've been out there a long time. The tyres will be wearing. Who's been able to manage them better? Hafiz has been constantly at the back wheel, and he's as close as he's been. Nishimura, well, is Nishimura going to give this a real blast in the final lap and a half?
Abe just slowed a little bit then, and that's allowed Hafiz Syahrin to get right onto his back wheel.
So does Hafiz really go for it? If he does, it's a risk.
He will.
He's coming down the hill, and Hafiz Syahrin takes the inside line. Can he hold it? The switch back from Abe. He regains the lead, but Hafiz is here to win. And this is a high risk, a high stakes last lap that we're about to go for. Keito Abe leads. Hafiz Syahrin accelerates, tries to get the right line, and goes around the outside to take the lead for the 2nd time. Excitement on the pit wall, but Abe has switched back to take the lead again. Hafiz giving it everything.
This is an absolute must-win for Hafiz and JDT.
3rd time Hafiz Syahrin goes into the lead. Is he able to hold on this time? The answer is yes.
But pressure coming from Keito Abe again. This is the strongest part of the circuit for Abe. This is a good move. Hafiz getting away.
As they go under the tunnel, you're quite right. Coming up the hill is where Abe has been his most effective. But Hafiz Syahrin made not 1, not 2, but 3 moves to get into the lead. Abe, though, is trying to fight back. This is where Abe is at his best. Hafiz has to be aggressive and defend at the same time, and he is doing. Abe looks around the inside. Abe has a little look. Hafiz is able to just hold on. Phenomenal racing into the final lap, and Hafiz takes this right-hander. Now it's going to be all about what they can do coming down the hill, Barry Russell.
110% being given by both these riders. You can see in the bottom corner of your screen the tension in the 2 pits. Here they come. This is decisive.
Hafiz just has the lead. Does he have the right line? He does. Does the grip hold on? It does. He has 2 left-handers to negotiate. Abe will come as close as he possibly can. Hafiz Syahrin turns right. Now it's the long straight for home. Hafiz Syahrin comes through. The Ducati of JDT takes the victory under the most immense pressure. The victory for Hafiz Syahrin. Keito Abe pushed back into P2. Oh, a last lap for the ages. Sensational.
Look at the relief pouring out of the JDT pit there. Absolute joy. It was a must-win for Hafiz Syahrin, and he did it. Absolutely incredible as he kisses the ground and gets ready to hoist the the flag of Johor in celebration. There are tears of relief in the JDT pit.
Phenomenal, phenomenal. I put my flag in your ground.